I was just thinking I feel a bit like Matthew Kelly on the Stars in Your Eyes popping out from behind that. But good afternoon, everybody. Once upon a time, in the not too distant past, there was a new event called I Wish I'd Thought of That. I was lucky enough to be here last year and hear all the amazing ideas that people wish they'd thought of. And I nodded wisely and I agreed. And then I was asked to be here this year. And I thought, bugger. My heart raced. I went into a state of confusion. My mind boggled. What was left? What could I choose? To be honest, I spend quite a lot of my time thinking about fundraising and appeals and campaigns and reading about them and thinking, I wish I'd done that. But I also spend quite a lot of time at the pub, as people who know me will know. And when I'm there with my friends and we're talking about what I do for a living, they always say to me, what's the idea that you really wish you'd thought of? And I always come back to the same idea. And it's a partnership. And it's so simple in its idea. It's really simple in its execution. As my granddad used to say, although I actually found out it was Tolstoy recently, there is no greatness where there is not simplicity. And at the heart of this fundraising idea is the simple fact that people who travel have leftover foreign currency or loose change that they wish they could get rid of. You may have guessed by now what it is. I crossed my fingers that no other bugger had claimed it, and they hadn't. So there is one idea that I wish I'd thought of, hopefully. I wish I'd been the person back in 1987 who said, I know, let's talk to airlines and ask them if we can put small envelopes on their planes so that when people get off the plane, they can put money in them before they do. I wish I'd been the person that had thought of the UNICEF Change for Good partnership. But why? There are many reasons. I've picked just 6 reasons. And that's the first one, great graphics. The internet is a marvellous thing. It's a truly global initiative. It currently works with 11 international airlines, some of the biggest in the world, American Airlines, Cathay Pacific, Qantas. It reaches millions of people every day across the world. 2, as I've mentioned already, it's so simple. Just the change in your pocket can save a child's life. It makes helping easy. Longevity. It's been running for 26 years. So I stand and look at everybody here. I suspect that this partnership is older than a significant proportion of you in the audience. How many corporate partnerships can you name that have been going on that long? I asked that question on Twitter. I was given 3 suggestions, and this was one of them. 4, it's still developing. It's still raising money. It's not just ticking along. In 2012 alone, UNICEF partnered with EasyJet, now the UK's largest airline, and raised over £1 million. It's a 3-year partnership. So the good that is going to happen from that is going to continue to grow. Number 5, I imagine that at some point, nearly everybody in this room has popped their leftover change in a Change for Good envelope. And number 6, the big one, it was meant to be the big reveal. It's raised £53 million over the 26 years that it's been going. That's an awful lot of money from one partnership, from one simple idea. And I can bet that there isn't one fundraiser in this room that doesn't wish it was their charity